Wade County. Right, you heard it. Wade County. Check out my dog, D-Wade. Talk about these endless battles we used to have.
Wade and Garnett push and shove.
And where he at today. How the body, man? You feel it?
Yeah, body talk.
From the morning to get to the layup line is a journey.
Ooh. And then when you get to the layup line, you be like,
right.
Who's know what I'm gonna have tonight?
Whatever, man. You making it look like it's easy, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to enjoy this last little dance. Just quiet all the noise. Enjoy the process. Enjoy everything. Because I know I'm gonna miss it.
You want to get set up?
Let's do it.
What a beautiful spin move, vintage Dwayne Wade. It may be one of those nights for D-Wade.
Listen, let this crowd go crazy for D-Wade.
That's respect right there.
Tremendous respect.
Thank you for letting us in here, man. Seriously.
Man, listen.
You have a palace, and this is beautiful.
It's my pleasure, man.
I want to start off in the beginning. Everybody knows you're from the South Side of Chicago.
Yeah.
And you went to Marquette, got drafted by the Heat after that. But who helped you develop over the years in high school, into college, and college?
That's a great question, because there's so many people come into your life and in your life for a reason. I think what I did differently than most kids around me is I took advantage of the people that was put in my life. When I was young, when I first started playing, it was my father, right? My dad was the one that gave me the ball that said, hey, you're gonna do this. And once I got to high school, it was actually my assistant coach in high school. His name was Gary Adams. And Gary Adams used to coach Quentin Richardson. So he came with that kind of respect from everybody, because Q at the time was at DePaul, and you know, his future was looking bright. So I listened to everything Gary Adams said. I remember the summer of separation for me. I was a sophomore in high school, and I didn't play varsity yet. I was like, you know, I played sophomore 2 years in a row because our varsity team was good. So that summer comes, and Gary Adams said, listen, you want to get better? I said, yes. He said, well, if you want to get better in the summer, you're going to be in the gym every day.
How tall are you at this point?
From my sophomore year to my junior year, I grew from 5'7" to 6'2". So now I'm getting a little height.
Okay.
I'm getting a little, not really athletic yet.
Oh, you handle it? What's your strong point?
Yeah, I was a point guard.
Oh, okay.
So actually, when I first started, I can shoot.
Okay.
And I can handle.
You still shoot.
Right, but I was like, that was my thing.
Okay.
That's all I could do, right? Because like I was little. So when I got bigger, everything changed. My form changed, my shots, the strength of my shot changed. So I went from shooting down like this to being taller and like changing my shot. So he was like, we got to spend a lot of time in the gym. And he was the one who kind of started me with loving working on my game and understanding that, I'm not just playing, like it's like this is something I want to do. I want to go to college. Like I started having dreams of like, okay, I want to play at a D1 school. I want to, you know, this dream of wanting to be in the NBA. Like I want to be in the NBA now.
How old are you at this point?
At this point, I'm 16.
Do you have a buzz at this point?
Word travel around the neighborhood. Right. So my cousins lived in the city. And they like, yo, D, such and such down the street, he called you out. He said, come to the gym, you ain't this, you ain't that. So I gotta go down there and I gotta go handle mine.
You do. So now, what, Marquette comes knocking at your door? They the biggest school to come recruit you?
Well, yes, a lot of schools that was interested because they see me on the circuit of AAU. Once they found out I was struggling on my test scores, the schools backed away.
Watching you at Marquette, man, I like to say that you took your game and went to another level.
At the time, Marquette basketball wasn't known. Since they won the championship in 1977, but after that, it wasn't a lot going on.
Nothing.
When I first got to the school, like we didn't even make the NIT tournament. You know, that's kind of where we was at. So we had to build. The tournament was another one of those steps for me because I played in Conference USA. It wasn't like the other conferences, so it was kind of the same thing as like the suburbs. Like, yeah, you're good, but you ain't playing in this conference. So when I got to the tournament, it was like, okay, here we go.
Here comes D-Wade. Oh, serious house. Incredible. Rejected by Wade. Do some damage. Wade, that's going. Almost Jordan-like in his early days. The Golden Eagles of Marquette University are bound for the Final Four for only the third time ever.
So whenever I got a chance to get on that stage, I got on that stage and I woke people up.
The world's most famous arena is Madison Square Garden, hosting the 2003 class for the NBA draft.
You come in with a crazy class with LeBron and Melo and Chris Bosh. Was the synergy always there?
Yeah.
From day one?
Day one. I'll tell the story sometime, but it's crazy. So I heard of LeBron, but I don't know LeBron, right? And we all come together in Chicago for the pre-draft.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in this room waiting for the doctors to come in and check out your injuries because I had knee surgery in college. So they about to come in and take my knee through everything, right? So I'm sitting there, and this loud kid come in the room talking real loud. He go right in front of me, right? The doctor's like, oh, look, LeBron. I'm sitting there waiting, so they take him. Then afterwards, we just get a chance to talk. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Dwayne. Hey, I'm LeBron. And he's like, man, I see you in the tournament. So we just talking.
You seen him play?
I seen him play because he was on ESPN. They did that game. So that when I seen the game, I was like, oh, he's special.
The Miami Heat select Dwayne Wade from Marquette University.
I get picked fifth by the Heat, right? And I'm going to the back, and the sixth pick is Chris Claimant. And Chris Claimant says, whew, I'm glad I didn't get picked by Miami. So I turn, I say, what you mean? He said, man, I heard about Pat, what he do, this and that. I come from the school of hard work. So, I just left Marquette and Tom Crean. I'm like, it can't get no worse than what I just went through. I start smiling inside because I'm like, this is exactly what I want.
I'm ready to learn at this level and try to do the best I can.
When I got here for the first time, I was like, what is this?
Right.
This is like paradise. This is what I dreamed of.
The years before you got here, people didn't want to come down here. Pat Riley was known for taking years off of your career.
When I came into the Pat Riley craziness, I was used to it.
I'm going to get you started right now. Okay? There it is, right there. We're not even going to wait. Congratulations. I see you.
This is what I needed. If I didn't have this, I don't know if I would be where I am. I didn't have a lot of guidance. I needed that Pat Riley grip that he put on.
I don't know if you remember this. It was very quick. We was in Minnesota, and I saw you, and I told you, boy, you it.
I remember.
You the next.
Wow, what a play by Dwayne Wade.
And the NBA is back in Miami.
After the Indiana series, I was like,
You belong here.
yeah.
You have an assurance about yourself, and it's crazy you say that you start to play like that.
Yeah, I felt it right away.
I got to ask you this, because I've watched this matchup for years, the dynamic with you and Cole. Can you go in a little bit about just the back and forth? I know y'all have a true friendship, but I do know y'all have a very spicy competitiveness. Could you talk a little bit about it?
Obviously coming into the NBA, Iverson and Kobe was the two that I wanted to be on the court.
Right.
So it went from my rookie year, excited to play against, one of my idols, to my second year, we going at it.
Right.
We getting in scuffles. And that's when Cole started to respect me, when he realized, I'm not backing down. And it's not that attention, it's just who I am. One of the coolest moments for me in my career was I'm out of the playoffs, and Kobe's in the playoffs, and he calls me. And he say, D, they guarded me like this. I know you great at pick and rolls, you great at splitting, what should I do? So I give him my whole, this is what I look for, this is what I do, this and that. Man, I get off the phone, I'd have lost it. I'm like, Cole, just call me, you know what I'm saying? Me and Cole, we got into a little tussle in the All-Star game a little bit, and I ended up hitting him the wrong way, and he broke his nose.
Hard foul on Bryant by Wade. First flagrant foul in All-Star game history.
That was the first time I've ever seen that.
See, I'm gonna tell you the thing. So after All-Star break, we got the Lakers about 3 games after the break.
Yes, he got the mask on.
He got the mask on. But you know what? I called him. I didn't initially do it. I called him and I said, yo, Cole. He was like, bro, I love it. I'm like, you what? He's like, I love it. I see you in a couple of days. I'm like, oh, this, oh, snap. And he gave it to me too, boy.
When I sat back and watched your game, man, you was a combination of when Iverson would probably float something, you finished that with a dunk. Or when MJ would pull up, you would finish that with a reverse layup. Those influences, being able to put those into your game, I see them.
Wade thought about 3. Into Garnett with the crossover.
I was a victim of one of them trash Euro.
That was definitely one of my top Euros of all time.
It's all good, because, listen, what you gotta know, that's probably top 5, one of the most tired I was. Oh, my God.
Now you see me. Now you don't, Kevin Garnett.
All my moves
Reaction.
is all instincts of how the body's moving. So if I catch the ball and I'm on a live dribble and the defender body is shifting this way, I got him. Because he can't go back that way quick enough. So It was just all about shifting the body a little bit. And if I got you to go that way, now go back this way quick.
Talk about playing with Shaq and what that was like.
Right away for me, it threw me right in the midst of, hey, you had a cute year, to, all right, it's time to win a championship. We struggled trying to get everybody to understand. Now you're playing with somebody who demands the ball, but also he demands a certain amount of attention because everybody want a glimpse of Shaq. And then Shaq gave me a nickname, Flash, and then people want a little glimpse of Flash.
Doom, 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 Flash.
And it became like a whole nother beast. When he gave it to me, I ain't like it at first, but then he told the media, and then it started catching on.
Right.
And Dwayne Wade, that's why they call him Flash.
And I started to see what he saw, because I started to see, I was like, man, I am fast. Like, I was not always fast.
Nah, elusively though,
Yeah. And I started to see what he saw, and then I bought into it. Then I get another nickname. It goes from Dade County to Wade County, and that just blew my mind.
305, Wade County!
To be in the middle of that and be a big part of that was crazy, but at the same time, I never let it affect my work. I had to grind more.
You start to go into a mode where you want more. You win, you tasted that. What was the first championship like?
Like, I was numb. Like, if you can go back and look at the moment where I'm on the stage with the guys and they give me the MVP trophy, Shaq handed to me. I'm just like...
Hat cocked and everything.
Yeah.
I love
Straight shot
I
town.
love
Straight Chicago. Hat cocked, and I'm just like, how did I get here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that hit you right there,
it hit me. I was on stage. Man, I'm in the back. And they like, D, go up to the front and get your MVP trophy. I'm like, what? Like finals MVP trophy? So I'm just in like this daze and like, how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like I was just, a couple years ago, I had 3 scholarship offers. And now I'm standing up on this stage and I'm the finals MVP. At this moment, I'm the best player in the world, right? I'm finals MVP. So I'm like, this is crazy.
You belong to me!
Speak on the Olympics. What was the Olympics for you?
That was the best.
It's a lot on you.
Yeah, it's a lot on you.
Think about it. You're going to work out anyway, and you can't find better people to work out against other than who you with. You with the best of the best.
Our practices, bro. Our practice. You got those young guys. You got the Melo, the D-Wade, the LeBrons right here, but then you got the Kobes. So it was like this mix, right? And Coach K would play on that. He knew that we had this respectful dislike for each other, and we would go at it in practice. We'd be talking, everybody talking together, back and forth.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but you bring the best out of each other. But it's like, ain't nothing harder than getting a bucket in the Olympic practice.
Oof. And the family trips that y'all take, at one point did y'all start saying, hey man, let's get together and start doing this? I want to hear this.
And I said this in the press conference in Boston after y'all beat us.
This would be my last first-round exit for a while. I tell you that.
We heard that and laughed. Like, better get used to it, buddy.
And continue to beef up our rosters.
You weren't talking about going nowhere either.
No, I wasn't talking about going nowhere. It was my first time being a free agent, so I was like, yo, but I'm looking. This ain't fulfilling me. What fulfills me is continue to advance the next round, and getting a chance to compete for that championship. No lie, I'm in Chicago. I'm about to figure everything out with my agent. Henry Thomas, he said, hey, LeBron and Leon want to talk to us.
Are you thinking about leaving at the same time?
I am. I'm considering Chicago at that time. They got Derrick Rose. They got a good core. He's thinking the same thing.
What that feel like when he said you want to play together? He's like, what? Because y'all used to bang, bro.
Well, first
y'all
of
used to bang.
all, love my matchups versus Bron.
LeBron through the crowd, Wade with a block.
And then it was like, okay, all right, well, me and you gonna do this, but we can't do it alone. Who else can do it with us? Bosh.
For real?
Chris was 100% in. He was shocked, first of all. Y'all was the sole reasons that we got together. We can't compete with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, and Rondo. We got to get that toughness. We got to get that togetherness. If we don't get that, we don't beat them.
Right.
When we met y'all in the playoffs, we feel like we're prepared and we're ready.
Wade with an explosive move, putting on a show here.
Those series, man, those battles.
Oh,
This is hand-to-hand fighting right now.
We're watching how y'all calling the plays, they pulling over.
Wade! What a pass and smacked down by James.
It was a chess game now. I just wish we was a little younger. That's all. I thought that when LeBron and Chris Bosh got with you, you embedded a bit of toughness in both of them. felt like the Miami Heat helped those two go to another level. Talk about what you was able to take from them.
I think the one thing I took from LeBron, and I thought I worked until I seen him work. I was like, oh, I gotta step it up. I gotta work even harder. With Chris was just the calm factor. Chris is one of the calmest, coolest dudes ever. How he prepares for games, how he walks through like he floats. I started picking up on his vibe a little bit and was like, you know what, D? Like, maybe you don't need to be as serious as you have been. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to relax a little bit.
You get ready to leave here. Was Chicago more about a negotiation going wrong and Miami not stepping up to the plate, or was it a desire for yourself to go back home?
So it was a combination of both, right? When that summer came and negotiation wasn't going the way that I thought they should have went, it gave me an opportunity to look out there. And at first, Chicago wasn't even on my radar. It was, Denver came out and Denver offered me a big deal. And then I was like, you know what? Reach out to Chicago, see what the interest is, because this is my opportunity. If I am gonna go anywhere, this is my opportunity to go back home. And I took that opportunity to live a dream out that I've always had, that I didn't know if I would ever get to or should get to, but this was my moment. I've been in the backyard, I've been on the court, I've been a Bull.
It's a culmination.
You know what I'm saying? I will not take back anything that I've done here in this city because this is home.
Right.
And they took me in.
Right.
But you gotta understand where I'm from. And I bleed Chicago in here. And that first game, when I put that jersey on and come out in that star lineup and hear my name.
From Chicago, Dwayne Wade.
It was special. It was special for me.
What was that year like for you being back home? It's cold, not in Miami, not getting up in shorts no more.
The old saying,
Uh-oh.
the grass ain't greener. It's like, even though I can adjust to anything, I'm stuck in my ways too. Like, I am who I am.
Right.
I believe in what I've learned, my culture.
Right.
But when I got there, it wasn't there. If I was gonna have the career, the ending I wanted, it wasn't what I
envisioned.
But yeah, so I'm glad I did, and I'm thankful that they brought me in, they let me do it. But I'm also, thankful as well that, when it was over, they allowed me to leave, gracefully, allowed me to walk away and just say, thank you for this opportunity.
Z's a sophomore or a junior?
He's a junior.
What does Z have at this age that you didn't have?
My skill came, once I got to the NBA, I got, my second year, my third year, I started getting more skilled. As a lot of kids now, because of trainers and this and that and what they're watching, like, he's way more skilled than me. He's a better shooter than I've ever been. And then he has my game too. You know what I mean? Like, I see stuff he do, I'm like, that's mine.
I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk about your philanthropy, man. Can you speak about some of your passions and some of your favorite charities?
So for me, man, it was, growing up in the inner city of Chicago, I seen a lot and depended on a lot of people. Like, depending on the church, depending on other families to give us Christmas or holidays, or I depended on a kid in class to bring some extra food in his lunch box. Hopefully I can get something to eat lunch.
Right.
I always told myself, and I always told God, whenever I got the opportunity to have anything, I will make sure that I give to the less fortunate.
What's up?
It just came from being there myself, and my family being there, and then moving away from that, but not forgetting where I come from. So, that just comes from my upbringing, man, and just getting this blessing and this abundance, and being able to give back to to the ones that hasn't been as fortunate yet as I have been.
You've grown this whole thing that they call the Heat, the system, the culture. You've grown it all. What would be the final tale after basketball? What would you like to do?
This is me and you, D. Like, this is our organization. And hopefully, when that next step comes, we can sit down and figure out the best way to utilize us to continue to move the culture forward with the next generations that's coming in.
What is the perfect ending to a perfect story?
No one has a perfect ending. The fact that I have an ending, the fact that I have a beginning and a middle, is perfect enough. It's been out of this world special. So however it ends, it's perfect, man. Like, in my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine this. Right. So for me, it's perfect already.
Thank you for letting me come in here, my dude. You know what it is.
Appreciate it, brother. I don't like the whole comparison of the greatest of all time.
Still,
Like,
no.
it can't be one great player of all time.
No.
It's the greatest of generations.
Right.
But then there's gonna be another person that's gonna come
Contested.
and he's gonna do something